Did you hear what Rich just said?
Yeah.
He says, I have a guitar autographed by Dierks Bentley. Yeah, he tries to play it.
Cut that from the podcast.
Hey, it's no longer has his signature on it.
He washed it off. He should have sold the guitar.
Because I was rubbing my face on it too often.
Was he an actor? Dirk Diggler? Wasn't that his name?
Hey, Curtis, I'll never cut anything that makes Rich look bad.
Don't call me paranoid. I keep the demons from your soul.
I never, ever doubted him. Ever.
Oh, bullshit.
I never
doubted
doubted
every podcast, every week.
Rich.
Yep.
Don't forget who you're talking to here.
Yeah, we all know.
You didn't think they were going to get past Villanova. Remember, Villanova was going to get to the.
No, I clearly said they were going to tank. They were just going to absolutely smoke them.
Before Villanova, he thought it was going to be Providence.
Yeah, there are some in the list, and I think it'll be all right because I'm going to try. Well, for one, I'm going to test it out ahead of time, but I want to use my wireless because I'm going to work on getting around, get it over there by Curtis, and
that's a great idea.
That's a really good place maybe to get out when Rich is out and just get out and amongst people and on songs that I'm not as involved in, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And yeah, so
I think that's a great idea.
I always want to be careful about that. You know, I used to be really big about that. And then I went and saw a show and saw some bar band or something, and the guitar player was like running around and was that long-haired goof that was in
yeah.
Anyway, and he was like running around in the crowd, he's sitting down with people because he has on wireless, you know. He's running around the crowd, sitting down at their tables and stuff. And when he would walk away, people were like rolling their eyes. People thought it was a total move. So now I'm like self-conscious about doing it because I used to think it was cool. And then I was like, oh, maybe it's not.
No, I'm talking more like tables that are like close in proximity to the stage, you know, and not running around the whole bar and everything.
Well, Curtis, when you go out and do it, you're tasteful about it. Like, you don't go ridiculous. You're you know, you do it with purpose. You know what I mean? Like you know, you've been sizing up the tables and the crowd, and you know who's going to be receptive to it, and you know the fingers. Yeah.
Gotta get the ghost movement.
Absolutely. Hey everybody, welcome to episode 9 of Rough Cuts, Bootleg Mercy Rough Cuts. We've got Jeff's girlfriend in the house. He opened his other eye. Did you notice that? Yeah. We got Jeff over there. We got Curtis with the blurry background. We got Rich. And I'm Eric. And we are Bootleg Mercy, the greatest band to ever come out of Salina, Kansas, or America.
Or the universe.
Are we on that again this week?
Yeah. Well,
there's some good bands out there. You know, we got some challenges.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of them this past weekend.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You went to a concert.
Yeah, I went to go see a concert in Interest Bank Arena there in Wichita, Kansas. Had the Code Orange, had Chevelle, and a band called Korn, spelled with K. I don't know if maybe they just don't know how to spell it.
These new bands, they have gimmicks, you know.
Gimmicky stuff.
You remember when that show first got announced and I asked you guys if any of you wanted to go, and nobody wanted to go, so I didn't buy a ticket, and then Rich went. You guys remember that?
Well, he probably got a free ticket from his brother, so.
You realize that, I didn't know I was going until like 4 days before.
Yeah, he never said a word about going, so.
Well, I couldn't find anybody.
I didn't know if I was going to go or not because they're, okay, so here's the thing. My brother was going to go with his wife. However, his wife's brother was going to come stay that weekend, and she said, well, if he comes, I am going to stay at the house with him. So Dustin had an extra ticket. So he calls me up and says, hey, do you want to go? And I said, well, sure. And he's like, well, it's not for sure. Okay. So I didn't know for sure until the very end. And then once it went down, I was like, let's go.
Okay. Now, my big question is, I've seen Chevelle twice, and I love them. I think they're fun live. Are they still doing good?
They were not as good this time.
Oh, why is that?
I just think maybe they're just touring too much. Maybe it's
Well, they
starting to hit
are a
them.
very heavy working band.
They looked haggard. I mean,
Really?
yeah, they look like they were tired.
Well, they're probably our age.
Yeah.
They've been
I
doing
mean,
this for a
they
long time.
don't get me wrong. I mean, they rocked out, but it is just, yeah, that his voice was kind of, you could tell he was just kind of like,
Really?
and I don't think he was really all that into it.
Huh.
Playing a huge arena like that, you would think that it'd be,
Yeah, but he's been doing it,
but yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Sure.
probably was cool. I've never seen Chevelle. I wanted to go see them with Korn, but I was gonna have to go by myself because none of my friends wanted to go.
Hey, there were a lot of people there. You would have found a friend.
So then
Yeah.
Johnny was there.
Johnny was there. I saw Johnny like,
I happened to get on Facebook and then see, hey, there's the singer of the band I play in. The guy I asked if he wanted to go, and he said no.
hey, it wasn't that I didn't want to go, is I couldn't afford to go. Good grief. It's a little bit of a difference.
Rich, we're rock stars. We have a lot of money. So
Yeah.
Dude,
act like you got a lot of money. I mean, yeah, you had so
totally
much money, you had so many options of things to do.
I'm just gonna say that the front row seat that I wanted was already sold, so I just said I'm not gonna do it.
I figured you'd just be backstage the whole time.
No. You know, I was for a little while until
Curtis, look at Curtis. The wheels are spinning.
a word. I said nothing.
No, your eyes said plenty. Trust me. How was Code Orange?
screamy.
Well, I've heard them on the internet, and they're interesting.
Yeah, I mean, they put on a heck of a show. They were like the young bucks that were up and coming and were thirsty for it. You
Working
know?
their butts off.
I mean, they were all over the place.
Yeah.
I mean, Korn was too. I mean, that was really surprising to me. Their bass player, who's just like a bowling ball with a bass guitar, all he did was spin around in circles all night and stomp his feet, you know, big old feet and stuff like that. And I thought
Jeff,
that was
we're gonna
pretty
need you to do that Friday.
I remember the first time I saw Stained.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
I had never seen them live before. Yeah, the guitar player's like bent over at the waist with his
He's
guitar
trying to-
on the top of
trying
his
to untie his shoes with his teeth.
for the entire show. I mean, he like,
Oh,
I was like, how? I mean, not
Yeah.
that that'd be difficult to play physically.
hurt your
Yeah.
back.
Yeah, I mean the whole.
Well,
show.
I guess he had like a real anxiety disorder or something. That's where that spawned. It was he couldn't handle being in front of the crowd, so that's where that came from.
We'll turn around.
Yeah,
Wow, crazy.
yeah, that's true. I did. I
Maybe
follow,
he had scoliosis or something.
yeah, he'll end up with it.
Let me to the side. Hit him into the
Oh.
side. Then.
Yeah. The Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Uh-huh.
I follow Sick Drummer magazine online, and
Oh.
they're always they have somebody at concerts all the time, and they always go live with the drummers. It's usually it's like speed metal, death metal, because it's real insane drumming. But they happen to be there, and so when Ray had his drum solo, they had that live on Facebook. So I got to watch that. That was kind of cool.
Oh yeah.
That dude's he's a beast.
Yeah. And his kit is a beast.
It's wicked. There's so much cosmetic stuff on it, you know, like
Crazy.
it's a work of art. It's not just a drum set; it's a piece of art.
Yeah. No, it was really cool.
So speaking of crazy porn drummers on magazines or something, whatever that
Porn
was.
drummer, not porn drummer.
So episode 10 of that English magazine ERB
Mhm.
is coming out with a spread on us.
Oh,
And so I wanted to let you guys know so that you don't go out and do it. I ordered a copy for each one of you.
Oh,
buddy.
They are,
Curtis.
so they are on the way. So you will all have a copy of us in the magazine. So
Did you get one from mom too?
for
It was shipping, they'll be here next year.
for whose mom?
For my mom.
For your mom?
You know, she's the big commenter on our stuff.
Yeah. Again, that impacts our rock and roll credibility with that.
No, that's cool. I guess I didn't even see. I checked their page every once in a while. I didn't even see that they were available for order yet. So that's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Is
That's
it- Oh, they're already done and printed and everything.
yeah, they're printed and they come out on the 15th.
Oh, okay.
And so I went ahead and pre-ordered 4
Awesome,
copies. We
man.
got them coming. So
Do they do a
Awesome.
digital edition too that we
They-
can share on social
no,
media?
I've not seen a digital edition. They advertise them, but I've never seen one you can go look at. So that's why I wanted to
Huh.
get a copy. So
Well-
so I'm buying it blind. Who knows? We could be like in a little corner. I don't know.
Right. Well, how much were they?
Oh, I don't know. It was in
Like,
pounds.
like $6 a piece or something?
No, it was in pounds. I think shipping and everything else to get them over here was like 30 pounds. So whatever that is.
Probably about $30 or $35.
Yeah.
I think the pound is more than the dollar. So like 30 pounds would probably be like $35, I think, or something
Yeah,
like
something like that. Something like that. So
that.
anyway,
That was for 4 magazines, was $30 or 30
Yep.
pounds. Okay, that's cool.
but hey,
Well,
it's a cool keepsake, man. How many times are you going to be in a mag,
Absolutely.
right?
Right. So that's what I was going to say, to our many listeners out there, erbmagazine.com, right? Or ERB magazine online or something.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Anyway, ERB magazine, you can find it. Go on there, support us, support them, buy
Yeah.
the magazine.
Hey,
Uh,
I mean, if you go to our Twitter or Instagram or our Facebook,
Right.
they've posted all kinds of stuff. One of their
Sure.
DJs is really super into us. She's playing us all the time on her show. And she's the one that kind of set it up for us for our interview and got us in there just based on her love of what we're doing.
Right.
And so yeah, if you get on any of our pages, you'll see an ad, you'll see a post from them or something. Just click on that. It'll give their website, jump on there because it's like erbuk.org.
Right.
It's something bizarre, but anyway,
Yeah.
it's an English publication, but anyway.
Right. Well, scroll through our socials and you'll find a link to it somewhere. So 'cause
The
we
other
share
one that's really gotten into us, if you guys have been paying attention, is that ELR, whatever that is, that Rock Rage Radio or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They've been playing they had a show on today. It was on from 9 to noon Eastern. And she talked about us quite a bit. She's pretty enamored with Burning, the new song. She just can't get enough of that.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Well,
Yeah.
it's something different than the other songs we've released. So I think, that's what kind of the cool thing about releasing all these different sounding songs is, the different sounds will hit different people,
Yeah.
and
Yeah. For
Yeah.
Sure.
I mean, when you release different sounding songs, they're different.
thank you, Jeff.
It's
I was trying to get through that thought.
it's just a straight ahead rock song, man. It's just like no frills. It's just a coming at you kind of a thing. And
Right.
I think that just appeals to some people. It's cool. So
Yeah. I see we
They
keep
did
getting, go ahead.
no, I was just going to say them and ERB have created a couple of video ads that are using our music. So that's kind of neat.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah. So if you see
know-
the ad, if you come across Instagram and you see one of them, if you've got the speaker blacked out, open the speaker because you'll be shocked. You'll hear like one of them's got Burning and one of them's got Veil.
Ah,
Nice.
Yeah.
That's cool. So that would explain, the other day I was looking at CD Baby and we had 0.00008% or 8 cent sale for something it said UK. So that's probably what it was for. Probably the royalty for that.
Royalty for radio advertisement. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool, man. I mean, because then people, well, here's what happens. Somebody hears that and they're like, oh, that's cool. And so they Shazam it.
Right.
Right.
But
And then that hits another algorithm and then so.
or
yeah.
or they ask Siri to.
Or they have Siri too. Yeah.
So yeah, if you're
Siri.
so
Or
if you're watching this podcast, next time you're listening to our song, just Shazam it for fun.
Mm.
Who is
Yeah.
that? Shazam. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? It was crazy. We were playing one night at a bar in what was it, Harrington,
It was way back in the day.
Kansas. And this guy comes out and he says, dude, when you guys were playing Pearl Jam, I Shazammed it just to see if I could figure out if it was who it was. And it came up as Pearl Jam. I think we were playing alive
Yeah.
and it came up. It was like,
That's crazy.
How?
I don't understand that.
I mean,
Normally
not-
that wouldn't work because there's
Yeah.
like there's some subtext
Certain markers it's
Yeah.
looking for.
Well, he's probably blowing smoke up my butt. But
Maybe.
I mean, when he was telling it to me, I was just like, there's no way. And he's like, no, look. And he brought it up, Shazam, and there it was.
Now,
Like-
do you remember though the first time that we were listening to our CD or songs after they had been put, distributed and everything?
Mhm.
I can't remember who it was that Shazammed it. Somebody Shazammed it, and sure enough, it pulled
Yes.
up our music.
Pulled up our music.
That was crazy.
That was
just
cool too.
to think, wow,
Yeah.
the internet knows who we are. But
Yeah.
now we've learned it's all robots and
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
Wizard
Right.
to
It's all
control that.
robots. Smoking.
Yeah. I did see that Big Indie Giant's been sharing us a lot too. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're getting a lot of love out there. That's pretty cool.
Well, I think I told you guys the last time we had this conversation on the podcast, I told you how many stations had reached out to me wanting
Yeah.
burning on MP3. And so I put out that, I did put out that, what's the word I'm looking for? Put out that, God dang it. My mind just went blank.
Linktree?
No. I put out a picture that I made on the internet. I can't think of what to call it.
Meme?
A meme?
No, it's just, but it had the 3 songs we've already released, and then
that thing you did the other day. That's technically a meme, yeah.
Anyway,
Infographic.
thank you. Anyway,
I'm
and
gonna
I
put Jeopardy music behind that while you were trying to explain it.
so I put that out. I put that out on, I don't know what day, Sunday night, maybe I put that out on Sunday
Yeah.
night. Yeah. And by Monday morning, I had 2 requests wanting to know if they could have advanced copies of the MP3 for Knife in my Back.
Nice.
So yeah, I mean, that's kind of neat. Somebody's paying attention.
Right.
Yeah.
That is cool. And I mean, yeah, we're small, but people like it, and that's what it takes to start growing. So whoa, come on. Come on.
We're small, but growing.
Welcome to 7th grade, everybody.
Welcome to speaking of 7th grade, my daughter has her first track meet tomorrow in Newton. I get to go to Newton. And
Watch the cops there, man.
yeah, I know. They're just sitting there waiting to get you.
Waiting for you.
So she tells me, she goes, I got signed up for 4 events. And I said, okay, what's that? She goes, the 200, the 400, and then both hurdles, the 100 and then the 110 and the 300s or whatever it is. She is so out of shape. She is going to die tomorrow. And she's so nervous. Today I was trying to get her to jump over a folding chair to simulate jumping over a hurdle, and that didn't go well. But I told her, I explained to her how they were going to shoot the starting pistol and everything. And she goes, so was that how you start? And I said, has the coach not shown you guys how to start a race? And she goes, no. It's like, oh boy. So I told her to watch the other kids and just do what they do.
Here's what you need to do. You need to convince her to do shot put.
I want her to do discus.
Hold on. Shot put, discus, and then like 100, 200, because those are the first 4 events in a track meet.
Yeah.
You're out of there.
Right.
You're out of there. Like an hour.
Well, I wanted her to do
Curtis,
high jump.
you're a genius.
Yeah. Well, I was shot and disc in school, and I'd do that, and then I'd spend the rest of the time eating sandwiches and flirting with girls from other schools. So
See, the bad thing would be you get a kid and they're gonna do shot put, and then they're gonna do relay, and they're gonna do 1600.
you're the 4x1. That's the
And
last race. The 4x4 last race.
You're there from 3 o'clock to 9:30.
Right. Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah. So that's gonna be fun. She's so nervous. It's gonna be great to watch.
Well, this is good. This is good rock and roll conversation here. We're talking about kids' middle school
Hey,
track.
man, hey, we're letting people know we're human. Just like them.
We're
I know
not
we
human.
don't appear to be.
You kidding me? I take limos everywhere. I'm not human.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm not wearing pants right now.
We couldn't tell.
Oh, you? Yeah.
Ken-
Yeah. It doesn't. Oh, dang it.
what's underneath?
Not much. Oh.
So,
man.
you ready to talk stats? I've got some interesting information.
I
for
would
you.
love to. That's always
Yeah.
the highlight of my week.
Let's talk stats. We broke 25,000 streams on Pandora this week. So
That's awesome.
5,000.
That's awesome. That is
Pretty freaking cool.
That is cool.
Then on top of that, the Veil,
Mm-hmm.
we broke 12,000 views on the Veil.
wow.
Yeah.
Man.
Nice.
So whoever put that video together did an amazing job on that.
Well, I can tell you one thing. Whoever did it is probably really sexy and
Mhm.
wealthy and knowledgeable and has a lot of integrity.
And clean shaven.
I probably wouldn't say that.
Probably like clean
No.
shaven. Yeah.
I wouldn't
Of
say that.
average stature.
Anyway, Here's the cool thing about that: 25,000 on Pandora does not include Burning.
Oh, ooh, wow.
Yeah. So
So the
Burning's always about, or Burning. Pandora's always about 2 weeks behind
Right.
yeah.
everybody else because they think they need to put the music through some quality filter or something.
Well, they've had it for at least a month now, I think.
Yeah, but it's not past them yet. So anyway,
Huh.
that's a whole nother story. But anyway, I thought that was pretty. I mean, 25,000 is kind of a big marker. I know some bands that's not a big deal; they get that in a day. But
Right.
yeah, 25,000 for us, that's a pretty cool deal. So you think about 25,000 times our music's played on Pandora since we released the first song.
Yeah. That's
So,
incredible.
That's pretty cool.
Did you see how many didn't it show you how many thumbs up or whatever, how many times people
Yeah, more than two. I thought what was interesting was it's been added to 20 Pandora stations. That's kind of interesting.
so meaning like people added it like when they were listening, they added Bootleg Mercy or something
I
to
don't think you can do that on Pandora.
well, so
that's-
what I've done is on mine is like I've got like my Chevelle radio station where I
Right.
just, you know, you search for your initial and then I type Bootleg Mercy in there. And then so I started hearing trees. And then after, you know, Lifts dropped or was released, I've told you're not supposed to say after it dropped. It started playing and I've heard it. I haven't heard the Veil yet, but I've heard, you know, the other two quite a few times.
So you have the option to add a song to a station.
you can add a band because what you're doing is you're adding an influence. So like my original Chevelle, I added Tool to it. I added Breaking Benjamin, I think 10 Years, you know, just that kind of 2000s rock kind of thing.
See, with
Just-
Spotify, you can add specific songs to a playlist.
Right.
Or you've got the algorithm generated playlist. If you type in, you know, if you're listening to something a lot, it'll start adding it to other playlists you're listening to as well.
I got you.
And so we're starting to see a lot of that on the Spotify. I think I showed you guys last time. And
Right.
now this time it's completely, I mean, I want to say in the 60 percentile range of people that are finding our music are typing in Bootleg Mercy, going to our profile, and then they're listening to our music from our profile. So
That's really
Hey,
cool.
making headway.
I mean, it's awesome both ways. If they stumble upon it and then keep listening to it, or if they're searching for it on purpose, you know, both ways are cool. But
Yeah.
well, yeah, if you have that many people searching for it, then you know that's more than just our, you know, aunts and uncles and friends, you know. So
yeah.
because let's face it, our aunts and uncles aren't really searching us. It's people that don't know us.
Yeah. Because the mystique that we're cool.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, we are.
Yeah.
Yeah, which we're blowing up on these.
Well, so what? When did Burning released last Friday? Is that right?
Correct.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, and so, you know, and remember, you got the difference between Pandora and Spotify for anybody that's still watching and doesn't know. On Pandora, it's the luck of the draw in terms of when your music comes up.
Right.
Spotify, someone actually has to press play. I mean, someone's actually seeking your song out and hitting it. And so since Friday, I think Burning's been pulled up and played well over 100 times.
Nice.
Yeah. So, I mean, those are pretty good numbers for
An indie band,
for us. I mean, those are
Yeah.
pretty good numbers.
a do-it-yourself band.
Right. I thought it was comical though. You know, Eric and I were having a little bit of a conversation about this earlier, but it's like we're releasing our songs so rapidly. I don't know if that's correct, but
In fast succession.
the stations that try to do countdowns and top lists and some of that stuff, they're starting to struggle with trying to keep track of which song they should put on their list. And so,
Right.
for example, if you guys remember this time last week, we were number 6 on the ISR top 21 out in LA. This week, and we were 6th with Lift and Divide. Okay.
Yeah.
This week, Lift and Divide wasn't even on the countdown. The Veil is on the countdown now.
Right.
And they were playing Burning. So I mean, rather than put all 3 songs on their countdown, they try to keep it to one at a time kind of a thing. Since it's a
Right.
listener deal, you know, listeners vote or whatever.
Yeah.
What they're doing is they're only giving listeners a choice of one song rather than putting all 3 of our songs on there and letting them pick, for fear that we would start dominating the chart at that point by having all 3 of our songs on. So that's something we're gonna have to think about moving forward, is, you know, maybe timing those releases out a little bit more.
Yeah, giving them a little more time to
Because,
cook.
you know, because like, I mean, Lift and Divide is still getting great coverage.
Mhm.
And
Right.
then the Veil just took off. I mean, you know, I think our video had almost 700 views in 2 weeks.
Right.
And then we threw Burning right on top of it, you know, I mean, so.
Even that Dirty 30s chart has Trees Are Listening.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
that's the other thing. That song's making a comeback too, because you know, people are hearing this new music and they're like, oh, well, let's check them out. And then they hear that song, like, oh, that's another great song.
Yeah.
It's funny you mentioned that, because I had a request today. Someone asked if I could send them Burning and the Trees on MP3.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So hell yeah, I can.
Because, well, what they were wanting to do is they were wanting to basically talk about us, and then they wanted to show the first song we released and the most recent song we released, and they wanted to have this conversation about how our music's evolving, and they wanted to have this whole conversation. And
That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
yeah, so I did not, I think she told me when that was going to happen, because I wanted to listen to it, and off the top of my head I can't remember now when that was going to be, but anyway.
That'll be neat though.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah,
You know, that's another thing.
they're already analyzing our careers.
Right. We're gonna have to shoot a behind the music
Yeah.
here soon.
Oh, boy.
You know, I find it fascinating through this process how many people out there really appreciate indie music and actually,
Yeah.
you know, that's what they're passionate about. It's so cool, because I've never really seen that until, you know, getting involved with this process.
Yeah.
Go
I
ahead,
think
Rick.
a lot of it has to do with, you know, people finding something, you know, and that it kind of becomes theirs.
It's theirs. Yeah, they
And,
found
and
it.
then they found it, so they want to share it with somebody. And then when that person shares it, it makes them feel good because, hey, that person digs it too.
Right.
And it just keeps on going. So I
Right.
think that's how a lot of this gets a lot of steam rolling.
Sure.
Going, but
Well,
Anyway.
you know, and 2 things about that, you mentioned that, it's like, I've kind of really through this process, I've started listening to a lot more
I am too.
independent
Yeah.
music on Spotify. And I'm telling you, there are a ton of great bands out there that just don't get any attention.
Right.
They are in no way, shape, or form less than anything else that's getting commercial
Right.
play, right? But there's 2 playlists that I really get into, and you guys know I created that one that's just
Right.
Wichita bands, and I really love that. So I catch myself listening to that station a lot. There's some great Kansas bands out there that just don't get any attention.
yeah.
Right.
Another one we got, one of those internet radio stations created this playlist, and it's got thousands and thousands of followers, and we're getting a ton of plays off of it. And so I've been listening to it when I work out. And it was funny this morning, I tried to remember. So this morning, it was like a song from Miles Kennedy and Slash, you know,
Yeah.
Mhm.
their band. Okay, their song played, and then the Veil played, and then a song from the Scorpions played.
Oh, wow.
So we got sandwiched in there. That's
Maybe you're
interesting.
sandwiched between them on this playlist. I thought that was kind of cool. And I've got, you know, of course I've got it set to random, but anyway, that was kind of neat.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is cool.
Yeah.
You know, that's the other thing. I love seeing these lists people put out that are including our songs, and then they're putting them on lists with, you know, mainstream artists
Yeah.
that, you know, and like we're on the same playlist with them. It's like
Yeah.
to just, you know, I know it's just an internet station or whatever, but it's still, it makes me feel pretty good.
Yeah. So there's one station I listen to quite a bit when I'm at work, and I just have it going in the background or whatever. And so one of my guitar heroes, a guy that I really like, is a guy named Doug Aldrich. And you probably don't know Doug, but Doug played with a band called Lion back in the late 80s, early 90s, and he was amazing. He ended up being in Dio's band for a little bit, and then he was in Whitesnake for a little bit, right? And now he's got his own band called the Dead Daisies. And
Oh, wow.
and we were on you know, they had like a list of like their top 10 songs of the week or the day or whatever it was, you know, and there was Dead Daisies, and there was Lift and Divide right above it.
Nice.
wow.
It was like, if you guys, I don't know if you guys have ever noticed, but one of the guitar straps I have is the one that's got the brass rivets. It's a black
Right.
webbing with brass rivets, and there's an autograph on it.
Is that him?
It's Doug Aldrich's autograph.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, pretty crazy.
Good story.
Pretty
Yeah.
crazy.
And we're basically the same as him now. So
Right, that's it. Yeah,
we're just as accomplished.
I had a guitar time.
Well, we were above it.
People. Did you hear what Rich just said?
No.
He says, I have a guitar autographed by Dirks Bentley. Yeah, he tries to
Cut
play.
that. Cut that from the podcast.
Hey, it's no longer has his signature on it.
He washed it
because-
off. He should have
because-
sold the guitar.
Because I was rubbing my face on it too often.
Was he an actor? Dirk Diggler? Wasn't that his name?
Hey, Curtis, I'll never cut anything that makes Rich look bad.
that is an actual fact.
No,
Yes.
I actually have. Hey,
This might be the promo for his episode 9.
yes, yes. I will tell you guys, I have cut something from each of us that would have made us look bad because I'm a nice guy. Just so you know.
That's good.
Anyway.
Jeff, what's up, man?
So,
I see you must be working for some company now that sells solvents and stuff. I see you have a shirt that says corrosion on it.
Must be.
yes. Yeah, that's what it is. It has this cool little,
Oh, that's Satan.
Oh,
Oh, my
It's Satan right there.
gosh.
and it's conformity too.
Oh, no.
Well, I guess.
You like those guys?
I can get
Yeah.
behind
You like Pepper as a guitar player?
The last 100 days, when I don't get my bath, I take it out on the sleeves. Grease up your
Yeah.
baby before
Good stuff.
on the hill.
And I
So-
heard actually, I heard the other day that, because I follow Kirk Winstein, I don't know if you know who he is, but guitar player from Crowbar and also played in a band with Jamie Josta
Oh,
called Kingdom of Sorrow.
Yeah.
Anyways, the band Down is actually working on a new album that's cover songs. So
Is that the whole story?
Was down?
well, I was just talking about Pepper. I mean,
Oh,
Yeah.
I got you.
Is down the one with Phil Anselmo? Is that his
Yeah.
band?
yeah. Phil fronts vocals in that, and then Kirk Winstein from Crowbar and Pepper from Corrosion, and I can't remember the drummer's name, but yeah. Anyway,
Who's the bass player?
me. I wish.
You're way too available to be in a band like that. I was in Wichita this morning and I was in a sign shop and it's the first time I've ever been to this one and they had a huge clutch sticker up on this door,
Oh, sweet.
going to their
Oh, yeah.
office. And I was like, oh, all right, I like you guys. And he's like, oh, what is that? And I said, well, you got a big clutch, sign basically in your shop. So you guys are pretty cool in my books. And he goes, oh, that was there when we took over this building. I'm not sure who that is. And I said, oh, never mind. You guys suck. You guys are trash, garbage human.
Yeah, they're coming up here pretty soon too.
Yeah, they always are. They're here every year.
Yeah.
They're
Those guys are a working band,
I love that band.
Yeah, that's good when they come.
like Seven Dust, or Chevelle. I mean, they're just a working band.
Yeah.
You know, the fun thing about Clutch is their lyrics have,
Yeah.
they mean nothing. It's just random. It's like he likes the sounds of certain words and he works the syllables in so it works. And he does a lot of repetition. He'll like repeat the line twice. And yeah, it's just kind of, it's cool. I dig
Yeah.
it.
Well, it's just got a good sound. I mean, it's kind of music you can turn up loud and jam to, or you can put it on the background and just enjoy it. And it's not going to offend grandma, and it's good music.
I put it in that stoner rock category. For
Yeah,
me.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
You would.
That
Cheap.
and King, do you remember King?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Electric Halo and all that. Yeah. So, well, we got a show this week. Got a big show Friday night. I don't know if you guys saw the post on Facebook, but apparently there's some big, huge party going on. They planned on coming to our show for that. So,
I saw your gift. That was pretty funny.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah, that's I think I have a feeling Friday is going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody's done watching basketball. They're ready to get out and do something. Wichita always supports. Jerry's was great last time
Oh,
we
yeah.
played.
And
We got people coming. Hey guys, we got people from coming New Zealand to this show.
Wow.
Not even Kenya, New Zealand.
Kiwis?
Well, they just moved there like a few months ago. Remember, we played their backyard.
Oh, Vicky.
Vicky.
Yeah.
Yep, she's gonna be there.
She's back?
She's back.
Why?
For
To
1
see
week.
us?
Yeah, for 1 week, come see us.
So, yeah, I was kind of watching. I don't think there's any other bands playing Friday night. I'm not seeing anybody else's.
This
It's like-
could
Yeah,
be.
isn't that
Fastlane.
isn't that draft NFL draft day too?
Yeah, but that's not our crowd.
No, the draft doesn't come. Draft's like last week of April.
28th.
Yeah.
28th of April.
Yeah, Jeff. Jeez.
I don't know.
Anyway,
Something to look forward to for me.
Why? You guys always get the first pick.
Yeah.
No, so like 40 West is going to be, Fastlane is going to be at 40 West. That's in Oklahoma City. So nobody goes to their show, or people that would go to the show are going to go to Oklahoma City. So no big deal there.
Right.
And I haven't seen anybody. I know Dirty Gents play Saturday night.
I'll tell you what, if Wichita comes out like crazy, it's gonna be one heck of a deal.
No, it will
I'm
be.
pretty sure that
Take the shirts.
Well, listen.
Shirts.
So listen.
Take
I
the
was gonna tell Rich,
scrims.
don't
Take the
forget, Rich.
scrims. Take the shirts.
But listen,
Circus
I don't.
scrims.
Okay, guys, I'll declare it here. I don't care if I have to front it. If anybody is still watching this podcast if you watch it before April 8th, 2022, if you show up to our gig at Jerry's Friday night and say you saw this podcast, I will give you a shirt and we will all autograph
hey,
it.
we need a code word.
Code word is
Peanut butter?
Spumoni.
Spumoni.
Spoons
Mm.
Money.
All right. Sounds like it. Spumoni.
Yep.
If you come and you say Spumoni, you get a sheet.
A shirt.
A shirt.
Yeah,
A sheet.
I'll bring a
Maybe-
Sharpie, but I'm
Maybe
very
even a sticker.
confident we won't have to give up a shirt
Yeah.
for free. Although I think we'll sell the hell out of shirts this Friday.
Yep.
I really do.
Yeah. I need a shirt, by the way. I don't have one.
I don't either. I don't.
We get like a band discount.
We should.
Yeah, I mean,
Would
I'm the one who paid for them, boys. So on the way there, you know what you got to do.
Uh-oh. The rules of the road.
Rules of the road.
Wow. Hey Curtis, what are you drinking tonight, man?
you know what? My glass is empty right now. I'm glad you asked, because I need to refill and I didn't want to get up and be rude.
Oh,
But,
that's very kind of you. Very considerate. Oh,
Ah,
single
there
barrel
it
again.
is. There it is. A single barrel.
Select. Yeah. I need a little ice.
Mm,
Don't you just snap your fingers and it comes down the stairs for you, or what?
Watch.
What are you drinking, Jeff? Just,
I'm just chilling. I don't know. I started watching those commercials on TV, and I was like, yeah, I can be cool like those guys. So little bit.
Modelo Especial.
little Modelo.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Is that from your home country, or is your home country, or is
Your
that
place of origin.
No.
is Puerto Rico, right?
Is that
Or
the
is
dark?
No, that would be this would be Mexico. Mexico.
Oh, that's a Mexican beer. Okay.
It's a good try.
And it's not the dark. It kind of looks like the amber, but in this light, but yeah.
Curtis, you got ice now?
I do. I got ice.
How did that happen?
How did it happen?
She came running down the stairs and
Nice. So Modelo, that's nice.
Yeah, what are you drinking, Rich? What's in your
He's drinking
Well-
something from Mexico too.
Yeah, me too.
what's in that you avoid the straw with? Oh,
Well, there's this
Mikasa
Campo,
Sukas.
or is it Bicampo
Risposado.
or
Mi-
something like that?
Micampo.
Along with some of this Dr. Swami.
Ah,
Is that what it's called?
Yeah, Dr. Swami. Bone Daddy's top shelf margarita mix, along with a squirt of lime, and it makes this weird new drink that some people are having. It's called like a margarita.
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 Margaritas. Yeah.
Beef vaginas.
Yep. I heard they're really good with the quesadillas.
Quesadillo.
I've ever told you. So one time, I'm in a Taco Tico standing in line and there's a guy in front of me. And he asks what's in a taco, right? And at first I think he's just busting the chops of the kid working, right? So the kid explains what's in it. So then he wants to know what's in a burrito. And I'm like, you got to be kidding me. And this guy was legit serious. He
Wow.
it was unbelievable.
Well, maybe he had like one of the amnesia things, like from 51st Dates,
Taco
Yeah.
and burrito.
Maybe you shouldn't judge people, Curtis.
I probably shouldn't, but I did, and I still do.
You shouldn't. You shouldn't judge people because I really look up to you because
Yeah.
I'm drinking the 1792 this week.
That I'm out of.
I learned it from you, Dad.
That's a classic right there.
And so this is the first time I've opened it, and this stuff is pretty spicy.
It's good, isn't it?
Yeah, it is good.
Yeah.
The first drink I had, I just drank on on the ice on the rocks with my Old Lives Matter
Mhm.
glass I got from my stepdaughter.
Mhm.
And this one I put a couple dashes of orange bitters in it, and it is a damn fine whiskey. I really like it.
Yep.
But like I said, it's hot. I mean, it'll
It's hot,
probably
yeah.
it'll probably stay on the shelf until winter rolls around again when I need to warm up. But
Really? I
well,
thought
I got a lot
really-
of choices up there. So
I liked it. I liked
I
it.
like it too. I'm just saying it's a hot whiskey.
It just didn't last for me.
Well, see, my thing is I buy all these bottles, so I have a lot of choices. I don't have to drink the whole thing at once. I get a
Are you
Jump
are you a true whiskey connoisseur? Do you have like your finished bottle? Do you have one of those?
my finished bottle.
Yeah. So you have like an empty whiskey bottle, right? And then when you get down toward the end of a bottle,
Oh,
you pour the remainder in there and then you leave it and then you move on to others. And then as they get low, you pour the remainders. And so you eventually end up with this decanter of a mixture of a bunch of the different, and sometimes you get some pretty cool.
really? No, I've never thought of that. The only thing I've been doing is I started collecting corks, but that's it.
Is that kind of like a mat shot?
Hey, no, my wife collects corks too, Eric. Good job. That's cool.
What are you gonna do with those corks, Eric?
Well, listen, okay, so the reason I'm collecting these corks is to fill this jar, Lo-Fi Coffee. One of my best friends growing up, he started his own coffee shop in Phoenix in Mesa.
Look at that tiny cork.
Lo-Fi, yeah, that was out of
It's like all these big, round, meaty corks, and then there's this little tiny cork.
because it came out of a single year of the single
Sure,
barrel.
Eric,
the
Eric,
single barrel. You bought me that.
Oh,
Eric.
okay.
Eric, don't. It's genetics, buddy. Don't.
So anyway, so I'm just filling this thing with whiskey corks until it's done, and then it'll just sit on my bar as a piece of art. So that's the story there. But yeah, so yeah, I got all these different bottles that I have a little bit of here and there of each one, and then I always buy a new bottle when I see something cool, and I need to start finishing bottles, but I usually don't. It takes me a while to finish them.
Mhm. Yep.
This podcast actually has helped my drinking a lot because for a long time I'd have a drink a month, and now I get at least a couple a week.
There you go.
It's pretty nice.
I'm glad we can have that kind of a positive influence on your life. Eric.
Yeah. You guys really helped me out a lot.
Mhm.
I got some drugs out in the car.
You got drugs?
Yeah.
Okay.
Horse.
Is it
Gonna
is
ride
it
the
a good
dragon.
idea to mix drugs with alcohol? Isn't that what you're supposed to do?
Yeah, I mean that's when you're in a band, that's what you have to do.
There was some guy called Nikki Six. I think he did that, and it turned out really good for him because he's
Yeah,
famous
yeah.
I think Lane Staley might hold the record.
now. Yeah. Rip.
Yeah.
So what do we think? Are we gonna wrap it up for the night? Because this little shorter podcast. Was something I was gonna mention earlier. I was looking through our videos just for the fun of it, and I noticed that all of our podcasts had north of 20 views. I think the lowest was 21 and the highest was like 50 some.
Mhm.
But like last week, we got 27 views. The week before was like 29. So, I mean, people are watching this, or they're at least starting it. So I find that fascinating.
What about the guy that was complaining that it took too long for our last one to come out?
That's a buddy of mine. Yeah. Josh, you son of a bitch. That guy, quick story. That guy, okay, he's a big fella like me. We met at Lions Band camp, We're both tuba players.
Ah,
And here a
One
few
time
years
at
ago.
band camp.
Yeah. Here about, I don't know, it's been some years ago. He stopped through town one time and I saw him. He came by my work, go to give him a big hug. This guy, he was a collegiate hammer thrower. He bent over, grabbed me at the waist, picked me up and put me over his shoulder. And now you guys have seen me in person. You know I'm not a little sprite. This guy manhandled me. I've never been more terrified in my life.
And yet somewhat aroused.
So, it wasn't somewhat. It was fully. But he's a really cool dude. He's always been a music lover. I mean, we go way back in that regard, and he lives up around the Kansas City area. He's a cool dude. I want to play up there sometime so he can come see us. So
yeah, we should play Lawrence.
Kansas City would be great.
Lawrence would be awesome.
Lawrence is busy. They just had a good sport thing or something, so they're busy. They don't have time for music.
Soccer? They do soccer out there?
They
Lacrosse,
they're
maybe?
best at the shooty hoops.
I think they have a dodgeball team, but they can't call it dodgeball. It's too
Okay.
aggressive.
Like a Jenga championship or something.
Yeah.
You don't dodge them much.
They don't dodge balls in Lawrence. Did you hear that? Did that come through?
No.
I said they don't dodge balls in Lawrence.
See, Rich, what he's saying is
I don't get it.
Yeah, we know. We know.
You're the
All right,
only-
everybody. Comment, like, subscribe. Come to our show at Jerry's Friday the 8th. Say Spumoni or
Spumoni.
gibberish or Liberty Gibbet.
Or just come up and say, hey.
Not to Rich. Don't show Rich any attention.
Yeah. I mean, because I hate it.
If you're an
So-
attractive female, you should
Yeah,
probably talk to
just
me or Jeff.
Don't talk to Curtis or Rich because we will totally say no, get away.
Well, here's the deal.
Ew,
The whole
gross.
lead singer and lead guitar player, that's been overplayed. So it's
Mhm.
time to talk to the bass player and the drummer.
Yep.
Yeah, and we heard that story last time about how that works out for the drummer.
I can't wait
Are
for
you
you
the singer?
I can't
No.
wait
Oh.
to watch this. Oh, it's gonna be so good.
She doesn't watch this. And the proof is after we did that last one, I said, "Hey, did you hear the podcast? You hear the story I told?" She goes, "No, I must have missed it." I said,
I had
"Oh,
it.
so you got
I
up and went to the bathroom or something?"
Because I had anything else to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, my wife is like, I was gonna watch, and then I saw it was like 40 minutes. I was like, nope.
Yeah, she's not used to 40 minutes from you, Curtis.
Dun, 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 dun.
Don't call